Ladies and gentlemen, g'day, and welcome back to the channel. My name's Economics Mate, and this is World of Tanks Blitz. And in today's video, we're going to be talking about round 18 of these auctions. It's another day, another set of auctions. And I'm only... how long? I'm only like 5 minutes late to these auctions, not even, right? And already... the Object 268 version 4 has already been sold out at 15,000 gold. Makes you wonder, why? I mean, I get it, it's a bit of a rare tank because not many people have it. But I mean, just wait for this tank to be cheaper. Why are you buying these things outright at like the freaking highest price? Doesn't make any sense to me. Guys, please, as a community contributor, I'm telling you to just be patient. Be patient. Don't literally spend all of your gold on one tank because you want to buy it outright because you're scared that you'll miss out. I get it. Wargaming have created this sense of urgency for everyone because they've put a limit of 125 units per tank on APAC NNA. It's BS. I know that. We've made it clear to Wargaming. We've asked them. We've said, Wargaming, please give us more tanks. We shall see, but we shall see. My point is, the Tornvagn is selling out pretty quickly as well at 7,500 gold. My other question, though, is why the T-34 is for sale in this auction for full price at 7,500 gold. Why, Wargaming? Why is this tank being sold for 7,500 gold? Need I remind you all that there was an offer literally a week ago? If not, it's still in the store. I can't remember if it still is. In fact, let's have a look and see whether or not this T-34 is still on offer in the store. Let's have a look. I don't think it is. I think they've removed the offer, but it was in the store at one point and you could literally buy the bloody tank outright, and it was quite cheap, and it came with a bunch of other things. Okay, well, I see. That's yeah, no. Okay, well, it was in the store. My point is, it was in the store. Why would you buy this thing for 7,500 gold? Why? My other concern is this used to be a tech tree premium tank, by the way. And then Wargaming just decided to remove it completely. All right, let's talk about the Object 268 version 4, because this is actually a very good tank. So I can understand why this thing sold out at 15,000 gold. I get it. It's a tier 10. It's quite rare. It doesn't get sold for gold very often, if ever. It's going to get sold out pretty quickly. I imagine on EU, it's going to get sold out very quickly as well. And on NA, I suspect it'll be sold out even quicker. But we shall see what we shall see. This thing is very nice. It's got 260 mils on the front of the hull. Upper plate there is very, very troll. And the superstructure as well. You basically need to be facing your enemy's face on to be effective. As soon as you angle somewhat, your armor becomes basically null and void. You do have 105 mils of side armor, so you can technically side scrape. I wouldn't recommend doing it, but you can technically side scrape. Concealment on this tank is quite crap. This is one of the biggest weak points of this tank. Its concealment is crap. Considering it's not a massive tank, by any stretch of the imagination, it's not Jagdpanzer E100 massive, right? It still has pretty bad concealment ratios for a tank destroyer, especially a non-turreted tank destroyer. DPM is 2,900. You can probably bump that up to 3,000 if you're running this with a gun rammer. Who knows? 13.33 second is your reload. You're doing 650 alpha per shot instead of your usual 640 alpha. Of course, the Object 268 does 680 alpha and over 1,000 damage on its HE. This one does 800 damage on your high explosive, which is a very interesting and unique number considering the gun is a 152mm gun. You're doing 270 mils of AP pen, which is quite decent, and 330 on your heat. I am running calibrated shells on this thing, which is probably why you can see the pen is actually better than it's supposed to be. If I go to the tank hold on, not just sold out. Okay, sorry. If I go to my actual tank, at T10, where are you? There you are. Object 268. I am running this with gun rammer. So if you see here, I'm running this with full provisions and gun rammer, which gives me just under 3,000 DPM. So I want to correct myself. If I'm running this with calibrated shells, my pen goes up quite a bit. So I would recommend playing this thing with calibrated shells, because you're getting an extra 43 mils of pen on your heat, meaning that you get 373 on your heat, which is actually quite nice. Your HE penetration is absolutely trash. For a 152mm gun, your HE pen is redonkulous. I don't understand why this tank has such crap HE penetration, but I guess it is what it is. So realistically speaking, you're actually doing just under 2800 DPM. Just wanted to keep that in mind. Run this thing with calibrated shells. Cali is the way to go, not rammer. 4.8 second aim time, 0.407 dispersion. It's good, but not amazing. By any stretch of the imagination. It's average. It's average at best. And 5 degrees of gun depression is... Ooh, that's terrible. That's quite bad. It's quite bad. It is quite bad. You do go 40 kilometers per hour, which is quite nice. But yeah, it's not an Object 268. It's a version 4. It's got the armor. Fantastic. But that's about it. The 268 is just a better tank, in my opinion. This thing, the M48A2 Raumpanzer. They've given this tank away. Sort of, to some extent, but they technically have given this tank away. It's actually quite a nice tank. It's basically M48 pattern at tier 8 with the old 48 pattern turret with the weak spot on top. Your turret's 234 mils on the front. Your hull's 105 mils, which is quite nice. You also have this sort of bulldozer at the front, which I guess acts as spaced armor, so you can't hit it with heat or HE. But yeah, concealment's decent, 38% while moving, while stationary, and 35% while moving. 2200 DPM. It's not amazing, but it's decent for a tier 8 medium, I guess. What am I kidding? It's actually quite a crap. It's like literally bordering heavy tanks at this tier. 210 mils of AP pen. APCR is 260. 6.14 second reload is your reload, of course. 225 is your alpha. And 270 is on your HE. 3.9 second aim time, 0.336 dispersion, so not bad at all in terms of this, accuracy values. And of course, 9 degrees of gun depression at 42 kilometers per hour speed limit. It's a nice tank, but it's not worth 7,500 gold, in my opinion. The Bofors Tornvagn. This is a nice tank. This is actually a nice tank. The turret on this thing is very, very, very narrow. And it's very well armored. 270 mils on the front of the turret. You've only got 90 on the sides and 75 on the rear, so do keep that in mind. Your armor is focused solely on that very front there. It's basically a gun mantlet at this point. It's just a gun mantlet mounted on a turret. It's what it is. And you have 258 mils on the front of the hull, so it's quite troll indeed. You need to play this thing hull down. This is a hull down tank. Do not play this thing face like out in the open, like a super heavy tank. It's not. You are going to be penned and you're going to be killed. So keep that in mind. You have 1700 or just under 1800 DPM, 13.6 second, 13.60 second reload, 227 mils of APCR pen as standard. You have APCR standard, which is not that good, and your premium APCR does 265. I would probably recommend running this thing with calibrated shells to give you that extra bit of pen. You do have 68 mils of HE pen, which is quite nice. So with that, calibrated shells can really help you bump up that pen, those pen values. You're doing 400 alpha per shot, 500 on your HE, 5.5 second aim time. Not the best, if I'm honest with you. It's still significantly better than some of the IS tanks, but it's still not that good. But you do have 0.345 dispersion, which is actually very nice. So it makes up for that. You have 10 degrees gun depression, which is fantastic. It's exactly what you need, and it goes 37 kilometers per hour speed limit. It's actually a very nice tank, quite nice at 7,500 gold, but I would recommend, like I always do, just wait for this tank to be cheaper, guys. Please do not entice Wargaming to keep bringing out auctions like this, where there's very limited numbers and the prices don't get to jump to the lowest point because you guys just keep buying everything out at the most expensive price. I've made my point known about this tank. I'm going to tell you straight off the bat. Okay, this thing is not worth 7,500 gold. This is one of the oldest premium tanks in the game. You guys have had ample opportunity to get this thing. I guarantee you most of you have had this tank at one point. Whether it's from a collect them all container or one of the free containers that we get, like the huge containers, or some container that we've bought and we've got the T-34, it's a premium tank. You sell it for credits, not for gold, right? Most of you would have this tank in your garages by now. I'm pretty sure most of you would have been gifted this tank eventually from a crate or something that you opened. If not, well, honestly, you're not really missing much. You're not missing much. I mean, don't get me wrong. The turret is very strong. 279 mils on the front of the turret. The hull is questionable. It's okay, but it's not that good at tier 8, especially against tier 9 tanks. You need to play this tank hold down. This is where this tank excels, is when it's playing hold down, because your 279 mils on the front of the turret is fantastic. You do have 1800 DPM. You have 1900 DPM. Let me make that very clear. You have just under 1900 DPM when you're running this with full provisions and I believe calibrate, gun rammer. I think I'm running this with gun rammer. Let me double check. This is the kind of things I need to do. I need to make sure that I double check my stuff. Okay, no, I am running this thing with calibrated shells, and the reason why I'm running it with calibrated shells is, look at the pen values. 268 mils of AP pen. APCR gets bumped up to 312, making this gun the highest penetrating gun, as far as I can tell, the highest penetrating heavy tank gun at tier 8. And the reason for that is it's basically a tank destroyer gun mounted on this chassis. So just keep that in mind. Don't get me wrong, the T-34 is a good tank. It's old school cool, but it's not worth 7,500 gold. You're doing 400 alpha per shot. 515 is your HE damage, which is quite nice. 6.5 second aim time, not good at all. But you do get 0.317 dispersion, which kind of makes up for it, but it's not the best. So do keep that in mind. 10 degrees gun depression, perfect. As I was saying, play this thing on a ridgeline, on a hill, behind a rock, making sure you're using your full 10 degrees of gun depression. Just trust me, it's worth it. When you use your 10 degrees of gun depression, mate, no one's going to pen you in your turret. No one. Not even something like an ISU will be able to hit you effectively and pen you. It's very unlikely that they'll pen. Okay? So do keep that in mind. It is very slow though. 35 kilometers per hour speed limit. Not exactly a fast tank. So keep that in mind. And that is it for this video, guys. That is all 4 of these tanks in round 18 of this auction. There's still quite a bit of tanks to come. And boy oh boy, are some of them going to sell out extremely quickly. Extremely. So just keep in mind, if there are tanks you haven't got yet that you really want for so many years, you're going to have to spend top dollar to get them, and you have to be quick. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, that's it for today's video. Look after yourselves, look after your friends and family, peace in the Middle East, and stay safe on the battlefield. And let me know in the comments down below which of these tanks you would have bought or you would like to buy. Bye-bye.